Friends, so I'm off to the Fulton County Assessment Office in order to file this form right here, application for Homestead Exemption. Make sure you do that, and if you're in Fulton County, Georgia, you got to do it by the 1st of April. I'm telling you, this is worth, I think I calculated, $400 or $500 a year for your homestead exemption. So I think what they do is they give you $30,000 off your property tax value. So what happens is they'll say, remember, home assessments and home appraisals are two completely different things. The assessment is what the county assesses you at in terms of how much your house is worth. The appraisal is what you can sell it for, theoretically. I mean, you can only sell it for what someone will buy, regardless of what the appraisal is. So the thing that you want to care about when you're living at your house is the assessment. And the assessment is what they tax you on. Trust me, your assessment most likely would be well below your appraisal. It doesn't mean they're doing you any favors. They know how this works. They're going to give you an assessed value that'll be much lower, so they can look like you're not having significant property taxes. But then they're going to raise the, I guess it's the mill rate, M-I-L or M-I-L-L, which is the price you pay per $1,000 of your assessment. So you're going to have a low assessment and a high mill in order for them to get as much property tax as they can. So don't fall like, oh man, thank you, my county commissioner. You're only assessing me my home at XYZ. 200,000 where the appraised value is 400,000. Yay! It doesn't work like that, my friends. The assessment is for the county to tax you, and they're going to get theirs. The appraisal is for what you got to pay. Every county that I'm aware of, I shouldn't say every county in Georgia has some kind of assessment reduction. Now, I don't know about your state. I imagine your state does too. So look up your county, see what the assessment value, or see what the homestead exemption is. If you're over 65 or older, there's usually more benefits too. Some states 60. I don't know your specific state, but we just got done talking about how Texas has a very, very favorable homestead exemption if you're over 65. I think even veterans, I don't even think you have to be a disabled veteran in Texas. When I lived in Kendall County, I can't remember, but it seemed like as a veteran, I was able to get a couple $100 off the property tax. Don't quote me on that, but it seemed like I did, but I don't remember. But anyway, I know if you're disabled, you can for sure. And I know in various counties throughout Texas, they're going to have their own homestead exemption discounts, but you're not going to get it if you don't take advantage of it. And so we shall see how this works. Again, this is my 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is my 7th year here in Georgia. This is the first time I'm going down to file. What you need to do is you got to fill out this paper, which is the application for homestead exemption. It's not through the state, it's through your county. Just be advised. If you're in the city of Atlanta, see, I think Atlanta is not part of Fulton County proper. It's kind of like Alexandria, Virginia was its own city, and Fairfax County or Arlington County were the county out by that. So I think Alexandria, you had to file specifically to the city. I don't know what they offer there, but you remember, if you're in Atlanta, I think it has its own filing status. I don't know, but I don't live in Atlanta. I live in the county, Fulton County. In Atlanta, Fulton County Stadium. So I think Atlanta is its own taxing district, actually. Anyway, you have to find that out. So what you can do for Fulton County, you also got to get your parcel ID. They'll give it to you there, but if you just want to make it as seamless as possible, presumably, I haven't been down there yet, so presumably you can get your parcel ID and make it a lot quicker on the good folks at the assessment office. And what you need to do is just go online, type in Fulton County, Georgia, GIS, which is the, I forgot, Geographical Information Services or something like that, the GIS. And what you do is just put your last name in there, and you'll see the assessed value, you see the property tax, you'll see the owners. I mean, I can look up you can look up me, easy as pie to do. And you just put the assessed value, and then it'll tell you exactly what your parcel ID is. And let's see, it's about a 14-digit thing. So write that in there. Then on top of that, you need to bring a copy of your last year's vehicle registration and your driver's license. Let's make sure I got that now I'm thinking about it. And presumably that's it. And I guess once you do it once, it'll automatically keep. You don't have to do it each and every year going forward. So that's what we need. I'm just reading the directions off the website. Never done before. Literally going to any government office for me is like the worst thing ever in the history of mankind. I just hate it. But look, as I get older, I get more patient. Realize these people are are just doing a job. I'll never forget when we first moved to Virginia from Arizona. And I went down to get my license done, and I had to have like 3 or 4 forms of different things. And we had sat in line. Finally get up there, and the lady's like, "Oh, you need this, that, and the other." And this is the Shenandoah Valley. And I was like, you know, she wasn't polite, she wasn't rude, she just, matter of fact. I was like, I was mad. You know, I never flew off the handle even back in my younger days, but I was like, you've got to be kidding me, man. I got to come back and do through all this again. And my wife's like, she just told me, she was kind of, I said, look, dude, she's just doing her job. I mean, just get off. I wasn't screaming and hollering at her or anything. I mean, I was just being like, exasperated. But I mean, I'm sure these ladies, and men on occasion, but ladies generally get a lot of exasperated customers, and that doesn't do anyone any good. So just try to be kind. Recognize if you gotta go back, you're gonna have to go back. But that's where I sit. I'm like, oh, do I have to do this again? Well, the answer is maybe. I don't know. So we'll find out today, and I'll report back to you. So remember, whatever county you live in or town, look at your homestead exemption in Fulton County. You got to file it by 1st of April for this tax year, 2019. If you file it by after April 1st, it will be for 2020 and hopefully going forward. So once I file once, I'm hoping I'll have to do it again. We'll see ya.